there's nothing in the world more beautiful than falling in love. But falling in love for the right reasons, falling in love for the right purpose, falling in love. Falling in love. When you fall in love, what is that compromise about?
March saw the end of a death cycle. The worries of work, the future, and self-pressure start to dissolve, and it was time to let love, life, and renewed energy in again. I found myself seeing love in everything, from the way it felt to be held, the ebbs of music soaking into my body, and the newness of changes in scene. Love and delight stained every sight, and aligning myself with people, activities, and moments I find most fond has helped me keep my mind sound.
The colors actually turned out so nice.
I've had a lot of time to reflect on my latest death cycle to help me get back up. And with the changing of the season, so comes the changing of colors in my life. Vibrant and vivid tones just waiting to bloom. It seems I've fallen back into myself and into the passions of life in the most gracious way. And as spring chimes in, I know my only task is to keep love and surrender close to my heart.
Well, now really, when we go back then to falling in love and say it's crazy, falling, you see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of the fall. Taking this ghastly risk is the condition of there being life. See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself to you. Take me. Do anything you like. So, actually, therefore, the course of wisdom, what is really sensible, is to let go, is to commit oneself, to give oneself up, and that's quite mad. So we come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity.
Have a good day. Oh, what a cutie. Do you guys hear the sound of the river, the birds, all of the nature around me? It's genuinely so beautiful and grounding, and I've had a really good day today. And the last few days in general, I've been feeling like I've been riding a little bit of a high. I was going through it like 2 videos ago, and then I had a really creative spurt, and now I'm just kind of in a state of flow. And I'm enjoying it, and I've done a lot of reflecting. Before I actually came to this park, I was listening to a podcast with Oprah Winfrey and Shirley MacLaine, and Shirley MacLaine is a character. I already love Oprah, and her being just speaks for herself. She's beautiful, gorgeous inside and out. Her aura is insane. But when she does interviews with people who are at her level, it's a magnificent thing to witness. So Shirley MacLaine, and I hadn't really heard of her much before, and I definitely want to delve into her stuff. She seems like a very spiritual, very quintessential Hollywood actress, and she was just talking about how she got a lot of slack during the peak of her career because of how spiritual she was, and I guess the world at the time wasn't ready because she is kind of like a 60s to 80s Hollywood glam girl, but she was in her higher levels of consciousness and she was just so secure in herself. She was getting with that slack and all of the jokes that were being made fun at her, like Jay Leno and all those late night talk shows were making jokes at her, but she would help them make the jokes because she just like didn't care. She was like, I thought they were funny jokes and I love a good joke, and she hates a bad joke, so she just made them better. And that level of security and spiritual groundedness is just so beautiful. The geese just came to say hi. Anyways, I definitely was just brought back into a playful mood after listening to that. I felt a lot better, even better than I was feeling when I was first coming out, and just knowing that I was going to be spending a day with myself, grounding and enjoying nature and coming back to my earth element. It's been a beautiful, wonderful experience, as life is, with all its good, bad, and ugly. But with that being said, because she was talking about how she doesn't take life seriously and it's a joke, I was just reflecting a lot on that, and I was like, yeah, it is a joke. And I've read so many things that have emulated that sentiment. Like, one of my favorite books is The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, which is like a classic Italian book, and the title says it itself. This life is a divine comedy, and I'm just here to ride along for the show, and I can make it as serious as I want, as playful and funny as I want, and comical, or as bland as I want as well. So it's very liberating to know that, and it kind of got me just out of my head and got rid of my case of the seriousness. As with everything, like, I've kind of just come out of a death cycle again. Not that my lows are never truly low, not as much as they were before, and it's much more controlled now, because I let myself sit with the feeling, and then once I'm ready, I alchemize it much faster, and I just get myself into action. So I had a creative spurt last week. If you guys saw, I did do a creative sew project, which was really nice, and just the process of it all put me in a state of flow, and I feel like I've been staying in that state of flow recently, and it's been really nice. In lieu of everything and all of the reflections that I've been doing as of late, and earlier today when I was journaling at the beach, I just want to share some of the thoughts and things that have made me happy and things that I'm grateful for. So one thing that I wrote is, I have made peace with the rhythms of the universe. So that just means that I'm just surrendering to life, all of its ups and all of its downs, riding the wave, knowing that no feeling is final, and just tuning in into what every feeling is trying to teach me, or what I can do with it, what I can alchemize it into. And it's kind of beautiful at the same time. Like, a while ago I was quite sad, and then I was talking to a friend, but I was like, it's actually quite beautiful that I feel this sadness, because it shows me that I care enough about something to be sad over it, and the love and the abundance of love that I have within myself that I acknowledged in that moment moved me. And I was like, oh wow, there's so much love and feeling in this body, and it's useful, and it's a privilege to be able to experience it honestly and understand them is even more of a gift. And just allowing myself to surrender has been such a liberating feeling, because it takes the cognitive and mental load off me, knowing that I don't have to control everything. I can work with the universe, I can co-create, and I don't have to do this alone at all. It's not all up to me. I just follow the path that kind of presents itself, and there are things that I have to enact discipline in, and that's normal, and how you can also play with life. But just making peace with everything that comes in and out. Everything that enters my life is a blessing, and anything that exits my life is a blessing. And I'm just taking that mindset and making peace with everything that comes in and out. I'm also leaning into my relationships more often, balancing that out, however, with introspective alone time, because in the depths of it all, I am an introvert. Alone time has transformed me into the person I am now, because I take the experiences that I've gained from sharing it with people, throwing myself out in life, and at the end of the day, I take it into myself and allow it to transmute me in a way that helps me reach my highest self. But at the same time, connecting with others and being with others is so much of what grounds me into love, life, and connection. And those parts of life are so essential to just well-being that it's been quite refreshing to be able to connect and lean into my relationships. I'm not being so rigid and perfectionistic like I was before. So this battle with rigidity and perfectionism is just a life lesson that I have to learn and continue to develop my skills in. So just letting go, really letting go, and I'm getting better at letting go. So this goes hand in hand with detachment and my ability to continue to detach and learn to detach where I need to. I'm grateful for what I have, and I don't focus on what I don't have, because what are those things to me anyways? Everything that I need is within me, and I also have what I need and more. So everything else is just a blessing, a plus. And at the same time, I feel like I could lose everything and still be okay, because I know that I'm resilient and smart enough to restart, and I'm never scared to restart. And I'm never starting from scratch, I'm starting from experience. I know that the universe and God, whatever that conceptualization of God is, because I'm not a religious person, is good, but whatever it gives to me can also take away, and I'm just grateful for everything that it has given to me. So I think I'm just really excited for this spring season and change and the fertility of life to just come into play again. Like, even being out in nature in this gorgeous weather has been amazing to me. Like, it's becoming spring and it's like 20 degrees Celsius where I am, and it's just a nice wake-up call that things will be fresh, renewed, longer sunny days, so much more life and vitality to be had, that I'm ready and excited to see how life will unfold for the next few months, for the rest of my life really. But I'm just feeling much more grounded in this. I just wanted to share how I've been falling in love with life again, because after this death cycle I just feel renewed, and just finding ways to love life has been so deeply pleasurable, rewarding, and I see life loving me back. and it's truly a beautiful dance that I'm happy to share. So I hope you guys find ways to romanticize and find the good and the love in your life, and that this feeling of love follows you guys lifelong. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.